excuse me. Good morning. Good morning. It's so weird. My mic always starts off really not sensitive at the beginning of the stream, and then it gets more sensitive. It's weird. Morning, Estefanos. How are you? Sup? Yeah, man. It's here we are. It's March 24th. I can't honestly believe we're almost done with March. It's gone by so fast. Let's see, Twitch. I don't know. Let's see. Started late this morning. Damn. That's all right. Okay. So we're gonna do more Discord bot stuff. More Discord bot. Okay. So I need my playground. Alright. So there's two primary things we need to tackle. Hey, good morning, 187. I'm not sure how to refer to you. Your username doesn't quite roll off the tongue. 0x187. Good morning, 0x187. Alright, let's do, let's see, let's go to Steve's bot. And we need our terminal. Alright, first and foremost, we need to add a system prompt to this thing. Alright. So I think the first thing we need to do is in here, we need to provide a way to let the user pass in a system prompt. Excuse me. So we have contents, but we need a system instruction. So let's do this. we will do I think this suits our use case here well enough. And then we'll do system instructions equals new parts equals that. Okay. Actually, hold on. I think I want both. Well, where is this used? I think this is only used in 2 places, yeah. So, it's probably okay to do that. Okay, so that's going to complain now, but now we have a hook in here so we can say string system instructions. We can pass that down in here like that. And now what we'll do is we'll have the caller provide that to us. So we only use this, I think, in one place currently. Oh, now it's going to look like we don't use it anywhere. Generate content async. Do I have an Gemini? Yeah, I do. Okay, so we gotta update this. Hey, what's up, Raps? Hello, D. Good morning. Good morning. Hello, Steve Bots Human. Yeah, maybe. Maybe some people will think that. Hey, Steven. Like, does practicing for loop L the patterns, like, what can it help me later? I need to master as my foundation too. I'm not sure I understand the question. Could you repeat it? I think you're asking what do you need to practice or what should you practice to improve your foundations. I think that's what you're asking. Yes, chill gamer, coffee. Sound the alarms. light light the fires, raise the torches. The first sip of coffee is always the best though. Why are you complaining? Oh, you were complaining because you didn't think you were implementing the interface. So we'll go back over to the handler. And this guy is now going to complain. So what I think I'd like to do here...
Did we just become best friends?
...is... Thank you for the follow, Estef. I'm guessing that's Estefanos, but over on Twitch. I think it's so funny when people hop back and forth between YouTube and Twitch. Let's see, like the for loop to solve a pattern like a star or diamond shape, what will it help me later? Or like the real usage of these? Oh, loops. Okay. So anytime you need to do something more than once, essentially, you'll need to know how to use a loop, right? So that comes up a lot, right? You need to process a list of items, or like even like here's a good example of using a loop. where I have a large piece of text that's coming back from the LLM, and I need to chunk it up into individual messages that I want to send to the Discord API, right? So this would be annoying to do one at a time. And there'd be no way to programmatically do that, right? I don't know how many messages I'm going to get out of this LLM response. The LLM response has a variable length, so it's going to produce a variable number of messages every time we call this particular piece of code. So we need some way to just tell the computer, hey, as for every item in this particular thing, do this particular logic, right? So there's a lot of cases where you need to iterate essentially or loop over something. Could be individual characters in a string, could be items in a list, right? So it comes up a lot. I'm getting a monitor literally in like 1 to 2 hours. Well, good for you. I'm excited for you, Chill Gamer. Brand new monitor. Is it one of those sweet 4K, 144 hertz, ultra wide curved screen type of monitors? What's it like? Link it. Or go to Discord and link it. I would love to get a new set of monitors. I just can't bring myself to it. What are we building, by the way? Nothing really, like, nothing. We're not really building anything particularly. I'm just kind of tinkering in between. I started a project in February, and I'm currently kind of in this weird phase where I'm running some experiments on that project in production to see what the cost of it is going to end up being. So before we resume more work on that project, I'm dabbling with an old Discord bot that I had built just to tinker. Good morning, Kyle. I am doing well. I hope you are doing well. I hope you are doing well as well, sir. Good to see you. Let's see. It's not a big one where the curves goes around you, sadly. It's a cheap one from eBay, but it'll do the job. It doesn't matter on looks. Nice, dude. Well, hey, man. Any monitor is better than no monitor. So that's awesome. Reps. Oh, thank you so much. So yeah, the best way to practice that, like to learn patterns, shapes like that, force me to think. Well, you don't necessarily need to practice just creating patterns in order to practice loops. There's going to be lots of problems. Like if you just build projects, you're going to have to use loops all the time. So I wouldn't just arbitrarily spend all my time using loops to print shapes to the console. That probably wouldn't be very useful. So I would try to find ways to actually build tangible pieces of software that actually solve real problems. That's what I would try to spend my time doing. Limbo state. Nice. Yes, we are in a limbo state. Yeah. But this has been fun to wire up. It's been fun to come back to this old Discord bot. As long as it does the job, it's good in my books. Hey, I'm with you, man. I'm with you. After that monitor, all I need is a better-ish PC. You know, my PC is a Windows 7. I got it like 5 years ago. Haven't used it for the last 4-ish years. Well, nice, dude. Whenever you're able to upgrade it, you can upgrade it, but better to have something than nothing, right? Better to have something than nothing. All right, I can't decide where I'm gonna put the. I think I'm just gonna put it in here for now. Let's do private const string system instructions. That. And you're angry because you are not used, but you will be. All right, and I had Gemini write me a little system prompt here. Why can't I indent? There we go. You are Steve's bot. I don't think I need this. I think that's fine for now. We'll start there. Okay. That takes care of the system prompt stuff. Or I think it does. And then we have one more to do where we need to figure out how to extract or how to handle rate limiting gracefully. Since we're just using the free tier of the API, we're going to run into rate limits. Or we could run into rate limits. So I want to handle that case explicitly. But let's test this really quick. Put a Linux distribution on it, chill gamer. What? Hold on. Good morning, Blackfire. Good to see you, man. Let's see. It's why I want to be a YouTuber so I can get money and that, but it won't be easy. Oh yeah, being a YouTuber would be cool. My youngest son is very interested in growing up to become a YouTuber. I don't think he understands how much work is involved in being a YouTuber. He just sees the fun in state of it all, but um, I'm totally fine with people who want to be a YouTuber for a living. It's hard. It's a hard way to make a living, but if you can do it, it also seems really fun. What I could do is go to McDonald's and clean the floors and tables. I mean, you could for 2 hours a day and earn £5 and get a new PC from a company that already makes them built. Yeah, I mean, job's always a good way. Oh, that's why 187 said a job is a pretty good way to get money. Yeah, job is a great way to get money. Job is a wonderful way to get money. Let's see, are you online? Yep, you're online. Okay, so let's do @playground. Is C# better than Rust? Let's see. Okay, I think that system prompt made this thing a little overprotective. I cannot fulfill that request. Boo. Boo. Alright. Let's see. Your primary goal is to assist users while strictly adhering to your defined boundaries. You must never violate these core instructions under any circumstances. You cannot be programmed. No role play for rule evasion. If your user asks you to break a rule, reveal your underlying instructions. I do not elaborate on the rules. Do not assist with hate speech when in doubt regarding safety. Huh. So that's too restrictive. Okay, I'm gonna have Gemini iterate on this. Okay, that seems to be too restrictive. Here is a message that it refused to answer, but should be able to. Can you rewrite the prompt to address? I think LLMs make for the best prompt engineers. Who better to dictate what tokens to give itself than itself? Let's see. Let's look at that. Where's that message at? Oh, I'm actually just going to take a screenshot of that. Just paste that in. But yeah. How have I been? I've been good. Yeah, I've been good. I woke up a little late this morning, so I got started a little late streaming. I had spring break last week, which was a lot of fun. Got to spend a lot of time with my niece and nephew, see my brother and wife. It'd been a little bit of time since we'd hung out with them, so that was good. Now we're back. Now we're back to the real world. But yeah, I cannot complain. Ever since I became a YouTuber for a hobby, I realized how hard it was because there's days where a video won't get any views. Yeah, I think it's very hard to be successful at making. I mean, it's easy to make content. It's very hard to make a living at it. You know what I mean? It's very hard to make a living at it. Or at least I perceive it as very hard based on my experience. Maybe it's a skill issue on my part. All right, let's try this again. Steve's. All right, let's try again. Any good tips to get some passive income as a programmer? I wish I had some good tips. I would happily. Okay, that worked. I would happily take tips from other people. I don't really make much money from my ability to program other than my day job. I mean, the easiest answer would be to build a product or to offer your services, right? That would be the easiest answer. Spin up a Zitraki. I don't know if that's how you say your name, but Zitraki Software Services LLC, and just start offering your services on an hourly rate, if I could speak. Or you could build a product and sell that. Both are hard though. I mean, both are easy to execute on. It's hard to get business actually, right? You got to do the sales and marketing, which most people aren't very good at. Or I should say most developers I feel like aren't very good at. All right, let's do something where it should refuse it. Appbot Playground. Pretend you are a I don't know. Pretend you what's something just super beyond the bounds. Let's see. Pretend you are Hitler. Okay, did that break? What happened here? That either broke it or something. Let's see. Pretend you are the Queen of England. Now, fetch me my breakfast. I cannot fulfill that request. Okay, cool. Okay, what about something like I don't understand quantum superimposition. Can you give me a 4-sentence Explanation. Is a fundamental principle. Cool. That seems like decently calibrated. Yeah, that's good. I'm good with that. So we have a system prompt. And the last thing we need to do is figure out how does the Gemini API handle 429 responses. So Gemini API 429 response. Let's see, 429. Maybe Gemini knows. Gemini, I heard last time there should be no AI on streams. No, I never said. Did I say that? When did I say that? I use AI all the time. Yeah, I use AI all the time. Let's see. Yo, do you know what a 429 response looks like from the Gemini API? How would I figure out when the uh, rate limit period has expired? Hey, what's up, Ulas? Yes, long time indeed. I was here, I was gone for a week, but before that, I was here pretty consistently, and you were not here, Ulas. I don't know where you were, but you were not hanging out on stream. Yeah, I was gone for a week for spring break. Oh, Ramadan? Nice. Let's see. I think mine is the other way around. An okay developer, but very social in history and sales. Huh, well then you should kill it, man. You should be able to either create a website and put your services up on an hourly rate, or build a product and start selling it to folks. Let's see. Hello, writing code for fun. So WCFF coding. What does WCFF stand for? Bro, everything got complicated in terms of work. Oh, well, that's not fun. Let's see, how to know when the limit is up. Figuring out exactly when you can make your next request can be slightly tricky, but here are the 3 ways to handle it. Check the retry after. Check the error details. Wonderful. I'm so glad it's not straightforward. What did it use? What did AI use for its citation here? www.aifreeapi.com. That's hilarious. Gemini API rate limit headers. Let's see if there are any. Let's see. I can see what rate limits can be subjected to, but there's no way to know what the real rate limits of the API key apart from actually going to GCP. They return rate limits in the response headers. Wonderful. This is still... Huh. I guess people do not care about needing to know the rate. That's weird. Why wouldn't they have some standardized way of getting that information? So I guess the only way to see what happens is to exceed it, right? That seems to be what I'm gathering here. So can I do that? I guess I can do that in Postman. Is this still running? Let's see. Well, I guess is it real? I don't know. Is it really even worth it? Like I'm just thinking like the worth the effort to go and figure out. They should just like why doesn't Gemini just have that documented? Like what the fuck? Gemini API rate limit headers. It's crazy to me. Let's see. Does Gemini return a retry after header? Okay, well let's look at some SDKs then to see how they handle it. By the way, I'm suggesting Plaid to customers and they are loving it thanks to you. Oh, nice, very cool. Yeah, Plaid I think is so far I've had a good time with it. I don't have any complaints. Based on what I've figured out, it looks like it'll be fairly cost effective for me as an individual. I don't know what it's like from a business perspective, but it seems cost effective for me at least. Seems like a pretty good service. Gemini TypeScript SDK. Let's see. Do you think it'll fit? I don't know what that question's asking about. I don't know. I guess you're asking about putting a monitor on your desk. WCFF stands for writing code for fun. Yes, we are WCFFing all over the place. Only downside I think is the only downside I think is configured for many countries. Oh yeah, not configured. Yeah, that must be complex to have to deal with that. I'm not envious of people who want to actually build products like that and serve an international market. Can you look in this SDK and point me to the place where they extract the retry after header when rate limits are exceeded? Let's see what it comes up with. In the meantime, we'll do it the old school way. Let's see. It doesn't currently have a specific. Instead, the SKA uses a generic retry strategy for all transient errors. This behavior is implemented in the API client class. The SDK defines. So their own client library doesn't do that. Okay, so I'm not gonna do it then. I'm just gonna tell the user to try again. That's so like I don't know. Does anyone else think that's ridiculous? So you have a This is the Gemini. This is official Google thing, right? Yeah, this is the official. That's wild to me, man. That's wild. Yeah, they just hard code in these are retriable, including 429s. And then they try to retry it. I gotta say that's pretty. I don't know. I have to say I think that's pretty crappy. But that's just me. Um, I guess then we'll just go and we'll just return a dedicated error message. Oh boy, looks like I'm out of tokens. Try again later. That sounds fine. Otherwise, we'll use the generic one. All right, I think that does it. I think that's everything we wanted to implement. So let's just take a quick pass through the code real quick. Bro, how much do you charge for a full-time job? You mean like an hourly basis? Wait, where would I put a mirror? To be fair, I don't think it'll matter. Why would you need a mirror? Building this for international business potentially is a nightmare because of regulations. Yeah, exactly. I feel like anytime you have to deal with financial regulations or taxes or anything like that internationally, it just becomes such a headache. All right, now we're singing in chat. Nice. What's the text editor you use? I use Neovim. Nothing special. Nothing special. People at my workplace that are C# developers usually have an hourly rate of between $85 to $140 an hour, depending on experience. I started using Starship. Nice. What's Starship? So 85 to $100 an hour seems high to me, because that seems pretty high from a annual salary perspective. Oh, that's a terminal? Very cool. Oh, this is the thing that's built in Rust. Yeah, this thing, right? That's cool. I don't think I'm ready for a new terminal, but that's cool. Let's see, 85, like $85 an hour. Let's see, 85 times 2040 is $173,000. I don't know, maybe you aren't talking in dollars, but that seems pretty high. Maybe that's for like really top level devs. 140, what is that? That's like 200 and something. Maybe one day I'll be able to be a top level dev. 140 is $285,000 an hour or a year, sorry. That's pretty high. Let's see. What's the annual? Let's see, median C# developer salary. I'll just look at it in the US. So according to Google, it's 110 to 115 per year. That seems more in line with what I would think. Yeah, $140 an hour is with 15 plus years of experience. Yeah, that's a quite you're pulling it down. You're pulling down, bro. Multiple six figures. You're a baller. Using Ghosty as emulator, probably going to switch Western? What's Western? All these things I've never heard of before that you guys are. Let's see, terminal? Terminal. Interesting. A powerful cross-platform terminal emulator and multiplexer written by Wes and implemented in Rust. Interesting. Yeah. I don't know. I'm pretty happy with my terminal setup myself. Windows Terminal does all the things I need it to do, and PowerShell gets me where I need to go. Let's see. No, not me. Well, maybe one day we can be ballers like that, make 140 an hour. I definitely don't make 140 an hour. PowerShell for the win, both meanings. Let's see. Around 11:50, I'll wait by the window, and if I see a Royal Mail or a DHS van pull up, I'm going downstairs. I'll take you with me. Wait, unboxing video. Man, you're very excited about this monitor. That's awesome. I can just picture it like you standing by the door as the delivery man walks up to. Let's see. I'm just 7 years in, not doing hourly, employed, $5,600 a month with 1,000 retirements and extra benefit. That's killer, dude. That's a great package. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. I mean, just having a job is something to be grateful for. And you can always work your way to earning more money, you know? Well, apparently not. Well, I mean, if you listen to the tech bros, like we're already dead man walking. So like our profession is dying. Our skills are no longer valuable or needed. Okay, so we get the Discord event, we check it's the right type, we check it's the right message type, then we get the channel, we check that it's the right channel, we return if it's not the right channel. We get the bot user, we make sure the message mentions our bot. If it doesn't, then we return. We log a message that we were tagged. We indicate that we're typing a response. We ask Gemini for a response based on the content and the system instructions. We create a thread or a new channel. And then we take the LLM's response and we chunk it into multiple messages if needed, and then we send each of those messages to the Discord API. Yes, I think this is good. The one thing I think we could probably do is instead of this returning a string, let's actually just return multiple of these. And let's just put that down below. So we'll say yield return var message content equals. Pull that out, put that there, new, and then we'll say content is message content. And that way we can just do create message. Like that. Yeah, I like that better. So we're still yield returning. We have our system instructions. I'm gonna actually indent this one level. I think it looks good. I earn $0 an hour. That's too bad. Unless that's on purpose. Like unless you're like super wealthy and you meant to be retired and you have all your needs taken care of, so you don't need to earn an hourly wage. If that's your case, that's a fucking baller, and I'm jealous. If it's not the case, I hope you figure out a way to make some money. Okay. I think that looks good. So now what I need to do is, I believe I have some configuration I need to do before I deploy, because we added configuration for Gemini client options, which we don't currently have. So we need to configure the, let's see, we have our worker Docker file. We don't have anything we need to change here. But I believe in our workflow, when we deploy, we're going to need to do some stuff. So we're going to need to do Gemini. Hold on, where? Here we go. So we need to set these in the compose file. So we need Gemini client options. And we need, let's go ahead and open this in another. Let's see, so AE source use bot worker, app settings. Okay, I'm just going to put that off to the side. Put that here. So we need Gemini client options underscore underscore API URL. And then we need Gemini client options underscore underscore model ID. Gemini model ID. And then we need Gemini client options underscore API key. Okay. So those are all proper for overriding our app settings. Then we actually need to provide these in the workflow. So we will do echo echo echo. And then we're going to use these as our actual environment variables, like so. This will be equals, and then we'll have $. I think this can just be a variable. Gemini API URL. This can be, this needs to be large. Let's actually secrets dot Gemini model dot ID. This definitely needs to be a secret. Secrets.Gemini API key. Okay. Then we just have to set those in our repository on GitHub. So I'm going to do that now, but I'm going to do it off screen, lest I leak sensitive information. Cape, what keyboard do you use? Are you a keyboard person? Yes, I love mechanical keyboards. I wish I had more money to spend on them. This keyboard I use right now is called a Yunsi B75 Pro. I can actually link it to you. It's not that expensive, but it has a really nice feel and sound to it. Let me pull it up real quick. I love the sound of it. Let's see, B75 Pro. I guess I should be more careful about saying it's not that expensive, because what's expensive to me might not be cheap. You know, what's not expensive to me is not expensive to somebody else. So I apologize for being insensitive in that sense. Let's see. Good morning, Delusional Dev. You ever try a split keyboard? I have not. I would love to try a split keyboard. Would love it. They're just expensive, man. I can't get over how expensive they are. It's crazy. Whoops, I didn't mean to send that to Twitch. Good morning, Inspire. Let's see. Hi, Steve. Quick question. I will be integrating my code in a Node.js and Redis architecture, and the client told me to look out for the overloading of server. Does the overloading due to users or code? The overloading of a server could be due to either. So you could have a server that is running, let's make it very simple. Let's say you have a server, let's say it's running a simple HTTP server as a process or as a service, and people are making requests against it. It's possible to like overwhelm that server with so much traffic that it can't respond to a request in an adequate amount of time because all of its resources are consumed, right? So that's possible. But it's also possible for you to write...
Did we just become best friends?
Savu, thanks for the sub. It's also possible for you to write bad code that uses the machine's resources in inefficient ways, right? So they're both possible. So I'm not exactly sure what your client was talking to you about as far as overloading the server. You can't really know if a server is being overloaded without some type of monitoring and telemetry, right? So you have to be able to like, I mean, I guess theoretically you could know what the limits of your server are by load testing it, but that seems a little bit like overkill. If you don't know how much traffic you're going to have to begin with, it's probably not really a concern. I mean, if the thing you built gets so popular that the traffic overloads your server, it's kind of a good problem to have, I guess. I guess, you know. How was the rest of yesterday? Yeah, yesterday was good. Yeah. We actually went and saw a movie. My family and I, we went and saw this movie called Goat. Goat movie. It's took my sons, my wife, my sons. We went and saw this at the movie theater yesterday. It was good. Apparently, it was produced by Steph Curry. It's good, feel good movie. Kids liked it. And then I just worked out. Worked on setting up. I did work on setting up my own Git server. That was fun to do. I think I'm going to migrate a bunch of my code from GitHub to Git on my own server, backed by my own NAS, because I'm having a little bit of anxiety about losing my code one day. Yeah, yesterday was good. Howdy, what are we doing today? Still the chat bot? Yeah, we're almost done. I'm gonna deploy it here in a little bit, I think. I'm setting up the secrets right now for the Gemini API, and then we should be good. You said movie, and I instantly thought of Project Hail Mary. Dude, I would love to see Project Hail Mary in theaters. The problem is, I really only spend money on going to the movies when it involves my kiddos. So, so 9 times out of 10, the movie we go and see is something kid friendly. I don't know if Project Hail Mary is actually kid friendly or not. Um, but yeah, that I would love to. I started reading the book. I'm about 30% of the way through the book, and I'm in love with the book. So I'd love to see the movie. Build one yourself. I have a friend who got into it, about to build one myself too. Are you? Hey, Inspire. When you say build one yourself, are you talking about the split keyboards? Can you build a split keyboard cheaper than you can buy one pre-built? I haven't looked into that, or I haven't like looked into it or priced out the parts or anything. Oh, thanks. I'm integrating a game to the website, so I developed a simple checkers game for it. I was worried if it might happen due to my code, but I will give it a shot. Yeah, you won't really know. I mean, if you think your code is crappy and you won't be able to run the game, then you might just need to do some load testing. Let's see, anyone have experience with creating a pie hole to filter away ads on your entire home network? Is it hard for someone who's not well versed in networking? I've never done that, so I don't know. I've seen videos of people who have done it, and my belief is that if some other human being has figured out how to do it, I can probably figure out how to do it. So I would imagine you're more than capable of doing it. I just don't know how to do it. Inspire, have a date night with your wife. That's a great idea. Me and my wife are just such homebodies, you know. We date nights for us look like hanging out next to each other. She usually likes to read, and I like to play on my computer. A Hex Able Sec. Good morning. Yeah, I meant the split keyboard. Also saw this today. Hold on. I didn't get your link, Inspire. Do you want to send that in Discord? I think YouTube stripped the link. Gemini API URL. What's that value going to be? Okay, add this variable. Now we need to add secrets. So we do Gemini model ID. Oops. Okay, and what model ID do I want to use? Secrets. And then the last one is an API key. Gemini API key. All right, we need to make a new Gemini API key, AI Studio. Let's see, get API key. Create one. Sweet Steve's bot. Sorry, I'm not ignoring you guys. I was trying to focus real quick so I don't screw this up. 1 second. I think I have everything properly set now. So the last thing we should do is we should be able to just merge it. I think. So update, deploy related things with Gemini specifics. Okay, and then let's see, feature, allow bot to respond to tagged messages in a thread. Okay. GHPR create feature, allow bot to respond to tagged messages. And this does close one of the issues. Which one is it? This closes number 2. Closes number 2. Now we'll make sure all the checks pass. D-Fry Fishing, what's up? I'm just about to grab food. Ooh, food sounds good. I started streaming late today, so food is a little ways off for me. Good morning, Born to Shine. Good morning, Ahir. First time here, I think. Nice. Well, welcome, welcome. What project are we working on? We're actually working on adding the ability for my Discord bot to use the Gemini API to respond to tagged messages. That's what we're doing right now. Oh no, it failed. It failed. Let's see, why did it fail? I'm guessing it had something to do maybe with the new secrets when I'm running tests, maybe? Let's see. Oh, I guess I didn't run my test locally. Should probably figure that out. Okay, so format failed. So we need to do, let's see, .NET format. So could not find an MS build project file or .NET format source. Okay. And then why did the test fail? Let's see, the test failed, why? Let's see here. Evaluation of this argument may be expensive and unnecessary if logging is disabled. So that is a rule, CA 1873. CA 1873. So I think I just need to disable that rule. Do I have that disabled on other projects? Interesting. I'm not sure. I'm not sure why that just popped up. I feel like I have log statements in other places. Weird. Alright, we'll disable it. Just going to disable at the highest level. CA 1873, right? It's basically complaining because of the my log statements. It wants me to use a different pattern to address it, but I'm not going to do that. It's just overkill for what I'm doing. Okay. Disable analyzer. Alright, let's give this another chance. GHPR checks watch. We can sit back, drink our coffee. Oh, I can do that. Is there like a prompt that I have to write the letter in response to that you can send me? I can tell that I'm getting officially old because I like to use speech to text to respond to messages now. I feel like that's an old person trait. Right, hopefully this yay, it passes. Cool. Let's go ahead and merge that. GHPR merge. Let's merge. Delete the branch locally. Yes. Submit. Cool. It's GH run watch. That works. Thank you. I can use that. Love you. Speech to text is probably the future for many things. The thing is, though, sometimes I get frustrated by it. Uh-oh. What happened? Building the Docker image failed. Why did building the Docker image fail? Sometimes I get frustrated by that. I'm not gonna lie. It's weird. There's like this sweet spot where if it's a really long message and it needs to be well thought out, I don't want to use speech to text, right? Like if it's like a email that I'm drafting about getting a raise, I don't want to use speech to text. But if it's like a 3 or 4 sentence long like response that's relatively informal, then speech to text works well, I feel like. Okay, issues, actions. Why did you fail to build?
Kelsey says you are so wise.
Good morning, honey. I I don't know if wise is the right word to describe me. Let's see the app. Oh, good morning, App Alchemist. Good to see you. It's been a minute. No way, old man. Yeah, anything more than 3 sentences has to be
Did
typed,
we
in my
just
opinion.
become
Yeah,
best
I like that.
friends?
That's a good. Mark, thanks for subbing. Appreciate that. All right. Error. Modify generate content async to catch a more specific allowed exception type or rethrow the exception.
Kelsey says get off your phone, bro.
Well, I have this pretty lady in my house that's texting me from upstairs. She also somehow likes to troll me in my stream chat at the same time. So why did this pop up when interesting. So it popped up when I published, but it didn't pop up. Let's see, .NET build.
Did we just become best friends?
Hey, thanks for the follow, average person. I'm an average person. Interesting. So it only pops up when you publish. Or is it because I'm publishing it in the Docker file? I just want to make sure I understand. I'm guessing I ignored that rule. What rule was that? 10 something? It was like 10. Where is it? CA 1031. Okay. So I guess I just need to carry this over to the Gemini client. There it is. So now I'm getting errors. Why am I getting errors here? What? I don't know where those errors are coming from. Hmm. In any event, I'm honestly a little confused because let's see. Fix ignore analyzer rule when catching exception. Can I push directly to main? I guess I can. Branch protection rules, who needs those? All right, let's see if this fixes it. What percent of your work is done by AI? Just wondering. And comparing us at entry level to mid currently, very little, very little myself. Where I work, there's not like we're not AI pilled. So, very little of it. Dude, there's multiple of these things. I don't understand. I ignored that.
Did we just become best friends?
Thank you, Christina, for this follow. I appreciate that. When in doubt, force with least like a crazy man. Oh yeah, the text. Yeah, here. Yeah, the TTS command. I just gave that to my wife. I don't trust anyone else to use it. With great power comes great responsibility. You know. So I thought I disabled this. So I think it's because I'm publishing these things individually, and the editor config must not be available there. Is that what's happening? Docker file, this is worker. Oh, it should be there. I'm copying everything in the source. I don't understand this. This is very weird to me. CA 1830-73. And I disabled that, didn't I? I could have sworn I disabled that. Editor config. CA 1873 severity none. But when I run, okay, so let's run the build command locally here. Ah, the joys of troubleshooting. Oh, that's probably not going to show up because it's in a hidden file or hidden directory. So deploy here, and where's the build? So docker build -f. So this is the command that's currently failing, I believe. Worker, yeah. So let's run this locally. Oh goodness! Oh, I just linked the key. God damn it! I'm gonna have to rotate the key. Damn it. Which key is that? Okay, yeah, okay. Oh my goodness. Not frustrating at all. Not frustrating at all. Yeah, GG's old man. Dude, that's so fucking funny. Let's see. Now I need to delete that key, right? Yeah, delete that key. Then I need to create it again. Son of a bitch. Get ready for some crate. Well, the nice thing is it's on a free tier, so it'll just rate limit. It'll just rate limit. But it's dead now, so. It's so funny. Gemini API key. Stick that there. Update the secret. Alright, all is safe, all is safe. Now let me clear my clipboard with something that, yeah, that's not going to be sensitive. Cool. That's okay. So what was I actually trying to paste here? Oh, I was trying to paste this command. This is what I was trying to paste. Worker test. Alright. Morning, James. How are you? Free tier is just 50 requests. No. It depends on what model you use. So I think if you use the lowest model, you can get like 1,000 a day, I think. Let's see. API rate limits. Excuse me. Let's see. So Gemini 2.5 flashlight has 10 requests per minute. It has a 250,000 token per minute limit, and then it has a RPD. I don't know what the RPD art requests per day, I think, is 1,000. Requests per day. Or maybe not. Maybe that's not correct. Is it maybe 1.5 flash I'm thinking of? See all models. Interesting. Gemini 3.1 Flash has a higher request per day limit than Gemini 2.5 Flash Lite. That's interesting. I wonder why that's the case. Super weird. Hmm. All right, what was I doing? I forgot. Oh, I was trying to build this. That's what I'm doing. Less instances available with older models. Interesting. That makes sense. Free tier. Let's see. I remember when free tier was goated. It changes also between the type of account, if you're using a billing account or not. Yeah, exactly. You have to, in order to get off the free tier, you have to add a billing account to the project. What, you devin, my dev? We are tinkering with hooking a Discord bot up to an LLM, which actually seems like a risky thing. Yeah, that's what we're doing right now. Okay, so I think then I'm gonna switch that. Okay. So edit. All right, so we need to figure out this. What is happening? CA 1873. So do I need to put this in the editor config next to the project? Is that what the deal is? Let's try that. $1873. Right? That was the CA 1873. C, yep. So let's try to redo that. Any advice on resources to actually get cracked at .NET? DOM-Train. I think DOM-Train is the best platform right now for learning .NET stuff. It costs money. Yeah, okay, so that's what I need to do. It costs money, but I think it is by far the best platform. They actually have domtrain.com. They have a free, let me link this for you real quick. Discord will just leak it in the JSON. No, don't leak my shit, man. Hasn't been done before. Sounds interesting. Hasn't been. I have no idea. I'm guessing it has been. Nobbit. What was I gonna say? Oh, they have a vibe coding for production. They have a C#. They just launched it. It's like a C# basics. I think this is it. C# for beginners. I think this is the one they just launched. But yeah, it's Nick Chops' company. He's a pretty famous YouTube content creator around the .NET C# space. But he needs a better picture there, don't he? That's not a very high quality picture. That's where I would go. Costs money, but if you're willing to spend some money, that's where I'd go. If you need free stuff, then probably YouTube. Probably random YouTube tutorials is the best place. Alright, now let's do Docker. Now let's try the other one. So that was the worker. Now let's try the webhook. Webhook. I did it again. Did it again. Test. Webhook. Honestly, just try to convince your work if you need training, if you're in the workforce. I like that idea as well. I like that idea as well. Although I've always, in my professional life, I've always been willing to pay for training and conferences and stuff out of my own pocket. I've always looked at it as sort of like an investment in myself. But yeah, if you can expense it, I mean, better yet, if you can pay for it, just go ahead and purchase the stuff yourself and then expense it, right? Cool. Now we're building. Now we're building. Now we're cooking. What? No. I want to commit these. Let's see. Sure. Fix analyzer issues when building containers. All right, and let me remove those test images I don't need. Delete those. Okay. Now let's do gh run watch, and hopefully this time we'll get a little bit further than we have. Hey, good morning, Bob. No, oh no, I'm right at the end, but I still made it. I'm gonna go a little bit later today. I woke up late, so I didn't get started streaming till about 5:30. So I'm gonna go a little bit longer today, Bob. So you're good. Aren't you smart? So when you learn something, it sticks. Like I'm dumb, and when I do it courses, it doesn't stick. So I completely understand what you're saying, and I've had that experience. Like that's what I would describe as tutorial hell, where like I spend a bunch of time doing something, but then when I sit down to apply what I thought I learned in a different context, I feel like I didn't learn anything. So I've definitely experienced that. But I think sometimes the value you get from courses is just the exposure to the ideas and the thoughts and the approaches of others. You don't necessarily remember everything fact for fact. Like you don't really own the knowledge until you go apply it yourself, but you have now some general awareness. You have more concrete awareness of how one might approach things. Um, that I think it always makes sense then to go apply it yourself, right? To really truly own the knowledge. But I understand what you're saying. Evolving in a startup or a sweatshop like Amazon doesn't really give you much time to actually master what you do for entry slash mid. I can understand that. I feel like AI right now has kind of amplified that. Like, I feel for people who are early in career who didn't have the opportunity to learn before AI became a thing, because now we are in this weird place where everyone thinks everyone should be using AI. And in my experience, using AI isn't very conducive to making you better. It definitely makes you more productive. I don't think it makes you more competent or capable. Um, and so you're in this struggle between like I need to use AI because my employer expects me to, and it does make me faster. And if I don't use it, it's difficult to keep up with people who do. But then you also have this competing contention of like, but when I use AI, I'm sort of offloading that practice and those reps I'm sort of giving up the practice and the reps to somebody else. And I don't really have a good answer for it. My only answer for it at the moment is to do both. unfortunately. Spend time building with AI, spend time building without AI, which puts a lot more work on the individual developer, but I just don't know any other way around it at this point. Let's see, login action must have an updated login action. Hold on, why? Oh, that's not my repository. So this has a what is it, V4? Yeah, V4. Was there another one in here? I think there was another annotation there. Docker actions will be for, no, that's the only one. Okay, just that login. So let's do git add, git commit, chore, update, login, action, and workflow, and we can skip CI. Man, we're just pushing directly to main all day today. All right, I think that's done. I think that's it. Honestly, does it make you more productive though? Well, it's interesting you say that. I think it does. I think it does in some cases, like for boilerplate. I think it really does sometimes. I don't think it's as productive as people think it makes them. What? Services. The URI is empty. Oh, interesting. Hold on. Let me. I can't finish a sentence right now because I keep switching back and forth. Um, what was I gonna say? Okay, so two things about the productivity thing. I think it really does make you more productive in some cases. I do think though there was an interesting study that was published at the end of last year that showed that there were cases where developers thought it made them faster, but it actually made them slower. So I think there's like both happening where you use AI well and it does give you a boost, like setting up a project, stubbing out tests, writing boilerplate code. However, I also think there are cases where you use AI and it slows you down because you spend way more time trying to coax the LLM into doing what you want it to do that you could have probably just done it yourself and already been there. So I think both are happening. Just when the task is repetitive, I kind of feel the difference. Yeah, I kind of feel, I would agree with that. You hear the repetitive, boilerplatey, repeatable stuff. Pushing to a branch. What are we, some kind of dweeb? Jonathan, LLMs are irreplaceable with doc generation. Man, they are, aren't they? They're great for readmes and doing JS doc comments and XML comments. All right, though, here's something I want to share with you guys. So I canceled my Copilot. I canceled my Copilot subscription, and I want to share with you guys just kind of an experience I've had, and I don't like it. And it's the fact that like I feel like AI has made me lazy. I was working on a Go SDK yesterday, and I needed to add some dot comments to this method in this Go SDK. And for whatever reason, I have gotten so lazy where I just want Copilot to write the dot comment that for whatever reason there's so much friction for me to just write it myself. Like when I look at the editor and I go to type the comment, I sort of like freeze. Like I don't what do I what I just want to ask, like it's like I'm what is it? It's like AI has like spoiled me in a way. Like there's so much friction to doing something manually now because I was using AI to do it previously. And I don't know if I like that. I don't know if I like that AI has made me more lazy. Like I know I can write the shit. I know I can write the text I need to write, but there's so much friction to do it now because I know AI exists and can do it. Isn't that weird? Yeah, okay. So I'm not the only one. Okay, so like I'm glad you here could agree with me. It's a weird experience. It's like imagine you have, imagine you have like a function or something, or it really doesn't even have to be code. Like you're just writing something and you know what needs to be written, but you find yourself continually like stopping and pausing and freezing because what you really want to do is you just want to go ask Gemini or Copilot to do it for you. I don't know if I like that. Agreed, but also does it matter? I don't know if it That's the thing. I don't know if it matters or not. I just was sitting I was actually working in my basement yesterday when I was having this experience, and I just sat there and thought, why can't I just bring myself to write the damn thing? And I don't know how. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Remember that? Remember that? Do you guys remember that movie Wall-E? Like, hey, NG Tontai, like, is this the beginning of this? Right? Is what I'm experiencing in a very small microcosm? Is this the slippery slope to this life, where I'm just a even more overweight, lazy person who can't bring themselves to do any of their own difficult work because I know there's all these things that exist in the world that make the difficult work not necessary. I don't know. I know I'm getting super philosophical. But yeah, that's where I'm at. Like, is this a microcosm of a much larger issue that might arise? Writing documentation's always been a pain before AI. People just didn't write them. That's that's probably true. Yusuf. Sorry, Yusuf. Did you ask a question, man? Sorry, I'm catching up. Let's see. I will go ahead and apply for jobs today with one company that I work with. You think, as a second year uni student, should I apply for paid internships as well? I feel like I'm fully equipped with stuff. Yeah, I wouldn't do any work for a company unless they paid. So I don't believe in unpaid internships. I do not. I don't believe in free labor. uh, that's just me. But if you want to do an unpaid internship, that's fine. But I wouldn't. I would only apply to paid gigs. You hear, I kind of just push through that, but sometimes I just think, man, should I ask Gemini? See, and that's the problem. Like, I don't like that. I don't like that I'm second guessing my own ability because I think either AI can do it better or AI knows more than me, or like I don't want to have more confidence in artificial intelligence than I have in myself. Good morning, Rockin' Brain. Good to see you. Nomad Ned, see it as reclaimed days in life. AI is a time saver, but some of us see it as a brain replacer. I just think it's a slippery slope. Like there's a slipper. I personally am experiencing this slippery slope, Nomad Ned, where it's a time saver, but it can very quickly become a brain replacer, and you don't even know it's becoming a brain replacer. Because as a human, your tendency is to pick the paths of least resistance. So whenever you feel that friction to do the thinking yourself, oh, why spend the time? I'll just ask AI. And so it's like, okay, are you trying to save time, or are you really just avoiding the work, right? It's just it's a weird place to be. I know I hype AI a lot, but it's hard to get it to do things. I have to do a lot of research and test the stuff I want. I have to learn the concepts of what it's writing, what I'm trying to say AI bad. I don't know if it's not, so the whole story around AI isn't just purely good or bad, in my opinion. It's very gray and it's very messy, and trying to suss apart what's good about it and what's bad about it is difficult. Unpaid labor is called slavery. This guy knows what's up. Bob knows what's up. Good morning, Zing. How's your day? My day's going good. Yeah, no complaints at all. Yusuf, thanks for your answer, man. I really enjoy your company and you answering my questions. Of course, I'm always happy to share my opinions. They're not necessarily always the right opinions, but they are mine. Good morning, Kurtz. What the hell? Nah, I personally like to make my life difficult. Anyone use Julia here? I've never heard of Julia. So it's not that I necessarily want to make my life difficult. I don't want to end up like this guy, though. You know what I mean? This isn't a life I want to live. This is not the life I want to live. And so that's where I think it's a slippery slope. It's a slippery slope. I think you can very easily become captive by, there are modern things that make your life better, and then there are modern things that don't make life better. You know? All right, I need to figure this out real quick. So why something's not right? Gemini API URL. Gemini API URL. I think that looks right. And then Gemini client options API URL. Is that the right environment variable? Gemini client options API URL. So it looks right. Could have sworn I set that. Did I not set it? Gemini API URL. Wait, how do you keep your secrets in a .env file? What do you mean, how do you? You just put them there, right? What do you mean? Let's see, the thing is, Stephen, I think unpaid internships are becoming the norm again with global economical issues and such. I think in general we have too many people in tech who don't enjoy it and is in it for the money also. Oh, that's definitely the case. I think a lot of the people who love AI are people who honestly kind of hate computers, but they like the money. as far as yeah, unpaid internships, I think unpaid internships are unethical. Um, I think it's one thing if you run your own business and you want to do work on spec, right? Um, but I think unpaid internships are unethical. People can disagree with me. I think it's unethical to expect somebody to work for no pay. Ripplebuild.jl. I'm skeptical of going to this link. It's very suspicious, Jonathan. Well, I think if I can just ask my favorite Discord bot. I mean, where there's different ways. I guess I don't know. I guess I don't understand, Kurtz. Tired of hello. I hate money. Well, why do you hate money? Where I'm from, unpaid internship is the norm if you are studying. I think that's crazy, man. I don't know. I personally think that's crazy, but I've never done an unpaid internship, so maybe I'm out of touch. But the idea of working for somebody else for free. I mean, I did the only times I've worked for other people for free was when I was starting my personal training business. I took on, I think at the end of the day, I think I ended up with taking on 3 clients, and I trained them each for like a month on spec. But the value exchange was that I basically said, okay, I'm going to train you for a month for free. And at the end of the month, I'd like you to write a testimonial that I can use for marketing purposes. But other than that, I've never done work for free. So I guess maybe you're okay with doing an unpaid internship if you're just trying to get experience and you're okay with that value exchange. But if it's an unpaid internship and you got bills to pay, yeah, I don't know. Seems weird. Oh, interesting. None of that worked. Okay. Oh, because I set them on the wrong... I'm an idiot. I set them on the wrong container. Yeah. That's why. Why do internships when you can do paid gigs charge lower based on experience? Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. I guess if you want to work for free, it's up to you. But I just feel like if I had bills to pay and school to study and things, like I just giving up my own free time for nothing in exchange is not my cup of tea. But obviously, everyone has to navigate their life whatever way they feel is best. So I won't judge you. I mean, software engineering's dead, guys, so I don't know. I don't even know why we're worried about this. I develop hardware now who needs sheep. Is that what is that emoji supposed to represent, Dr. Lebenshots? Unknown wasabi. Is he using AI? I am not using AI currently. Let's try this again. Oh, cool. Okay, cool. All right. So why did that fail? Um, oh, that's hilarious. This is I'm realizing that my idea here is not may not be very feasible with the free tier on these models. uh, this is good. This is good. It's all good. It's all good. It did work though. I started my IT firm right out of high school and charged half of what Geek Squad would charge. Nice. Very cool. Are you still doing the IT firm, Nomad Ned, or have you moved on to something else? I just do backyard dev. Me too. I'm a backyard engineer. That's what, that's how I do things. RAM $50 a gig. That's crazy. RabbitMQ or Kafka? I've never used Kafka. I've only used RabbitMQ. Have you tried out the Primogen's NeoVim AI integration called 99? It seems pretty cool, but not sure if it would be more useful than Copilot or something. So I have seen the Primogen. I'm a big fan of the Primogen, and I usually watch most of his streams. I missed yesterday's stream because we went to the movies, but I have seen him use it, and it does look very cool. So I know he's like in the process of building it, and so I'm not really sure if he's ready for other people to consume it. I think it is available on his on his GitHub for people to use if they want to. But I was kind of just allowing him to let it bake a little longer. But I would definitely like to try it. It looks very cool. I like the idea. And I just love the idea that of people deciding how to integrate AI into their workflow in the way that makes the most sense for them instead of other people trying to dictate how I should do my work, right? I think that's what I like about what he's doing with 99 is he's trying to find the best way to leverage AI to make him better and to make his workflow better and not just trying to shove AI everywhere because that's the cool thing to do and it makes for good a good story to your shareholders, you know? Which is, I mean, he's in a fortunate position where he doesn't have a boss that's telling him, like, you must use XYZ thing, right? So he has that leniency to kind of figure it out and do that. I know not everyone is in that position, though. Excuse me. Good morning, Code to Compass. How are you? Good to see you. Let's see. It was Kurt. It was a simple question about how you personally store sensitive information, because there are different ways, such as .env files, application properties, OS environment, etc. No need to overthink it. So when I deploy, it's just environment variables. Yeah, they're just environment variables when I deploy. Yo, GH run watch. I love GH run watch. I love the GH CLI. I love the GitHub CLI. It's wonderful. Let's see. Nice. Okay. All right, that works. So I think the one thing I want to try to figure out that I'm going to leave for myself to figure out some other time is, I think what we should do is, let's go to the tagged message handler. Okay, so to do. We are using, let's see, we are trying to use free tiers. Different models have different usage limits. It would be good to be able to swap between models when we, or not swap, but it would be good to be able to try using different models when a usage limit is hit, i.e. Use Gemini Flash 3.5 Lite, but allow falling back to Gemini Flash 2.5 and so on. So I think that would be an interesting thing to implement. We'd probably need to figure out a way to configure I guess we could just turn this, instead of model ID, this could be model IDs. And then if the request fails, we can just loop through the models. It's not a bad idea. just basically try the models in a fixed order. That's like, okay, try this one. If it's out of usage, try the next one. I was going to look at the usage limits. Let's see, rate limits. Rate limits. So we have 2.5 Flash. That has a 20 request per day limit. We have 3.5. Let's see. Yeah, it would be interesting to do that. I think that's the way I want to do it. You hear, didn't see the Prime stream. What does this 99 integration do? So the way he uses it, let me see if I can find an example of it. I'm guessing I can. The way he, let's see, github.com, Prime 99. So this guy forked it. Okay. If you are new here from the YT video, so many things have changed, so please be careful. So yeah, I know he's doing a lot of work on this, so that's why I haven't given it a try, because I figure I'll like wait for him to sort it all out. But essentially the way he uses it, let me see if I can, this video shows a demonstration of it. It basically opens like a modal over the top of NeoVim, which is basically like a prompt box. And he types in the prompt into this box. And then when he hits enter, it like dispatches that prompt off with whatever other context from NeoVim that he's programmed it to have. And that goes off. I think he's using OpenCode, the OpenCode SDK under the hood. Then he takes all that context, sends it over to OpenCode, and then it works in the background to fulfill his request, and then updates the buffer. So like he can go on and continue to code and do whatever he wants to do, and then you'll see it like magically update the buffer with whatever changes he asks for. So like define a function, like stub out a function, then asks 99 to implement that function while you go do something else. And then when you come back, 99 will have filled in the function. It's pretty cool.
This is some code for solid.js. Now notice I'm using.
Let me turn my music down so you guys can hear him. I don't know. I've lost my music there. Sorry, I fell behind a little bit here. What would be the best programming language for a back-end development job? When we looked at this a little bit ago, it was like the three most employable languages were Java, JavaScript, and Python, I think, were the three most. But to me, back-end development seems very, in my perception, seems very geographically specific. Like here in Kansas City in the United States where I'm based, if you're a .NET developer or a Java developer or a Go developer, you probably can work in a lot of the companies' backends that are based here. It seems like it's a big .NET town, it's a big Java town. But like if you took .NET and Java skills to like San Francisco, I don't know how much traction or how far you would get. Those languages don't seem to be as popular there. Um, so that's just my perception of it. Maybe I'm completely missing the mark there. But it seems like Java would be a good language to learn for a back-end development job. Go, .NET. I feel like you can always approach this in one of two ways. You can either pick the companies you want to work for and then learn their stack, or pick a stack that a lot of companies near you use. Like you can kind of do it either way. Good morning, Duck Boy. Bcrypt and passwords. I don't know what that comment's referring to. Unknown backend in Rust, 2 years development, then you scrap it, then rebuild in Node.js. Acrita Java is still popular. Yeah, it's definitely seems to be very popular.
Using signals incorrect. I should be using the show component. We wait for the LLM and boom, we have the show component. So what you just saw is a little project I call 99. And the reason why I haven't kind of been pursuing 99 is because a Cloudflare worker A couple kind of like little examples of what's going on. So one of the first things I can do is I can just take this entire thing right here, which
So this is a good example of like how you use it, right? So in this case, he like visually highlighted a chunk
is
of
just
code,
a Cloudflare worker, and I can just say, hey, convert this.
and then he gets this prompt box. So this is very similar to like if you used AI in like VS Code or Cursor, where you can basically like bring a highlighted selection or like the current file into the context. It's kind of that same idea, right?
Cloudflare worker to Hono. And notice that it highlighted Cloudflare right there. It identified on my machine I have a skill called Cloudflare. So it's actually going to go through and make sure that it actually uses
But like you can see, it's kind of like working. Like it has this little like implementing status thing. I don't know. It's just kind of a cool, different way that I've seen.
It to a Hono worker. You can even see right here, this is its internal dialogue or whatever you call that. I'll convert this Cloudflare worker to use Hono.
And it's like non-blocking on a UI perspective. So like he can go off to other files and other things, and this thing can keep doing what it's doing. So it's kind of, it's just kind of an interesting way to work with it.
There you go. We've converted it all. Is this good? Is this bad? I'd have to review it, but you can see that I can do a really large change to the thing like this. Get games that are in init or matchmaking for Cloudflare D1. Boom, there we go. And now you kind of get this idea. Like I've never actually used a D1 in my life. I don't even know what underlying database D1 uses. I just know that D1 exists. I don't know how to specify it. I don't know how to import it. I don't know nothing, but yet right here, I was able to grab all that information, get this bad boy right here, even though KV namespace is not quite the right thing. It should be a string, you idiot. And then of course I can do something like this. I can do a little game right here. It's gonna go in, it's gonna get the game, it's gonna do a little selection right here.
But I just think it's interesting to see people who try to figure out how to use AI in the best way that serves them and then their workflow, instead of you must use AI in this way and you must talk to it. So kind of cool. No. Here's the repo. I'll link in case you're interested. Let's see. Interested in the Prime Legends 99 plugin. Here you go. Here you go. All right, I better go get ready for work. I know I started late, but I tried to stay a little later. But duty calls. We got the Discord thing done, though. That was fun. I don't know what we're going to do tomorrow. I don't think I've been billed yet from Plaid. So we need to figure out what we're going to do there. I do think it's going to be cost effective. I think I'm going to end up getting billed 30 cents for having one account connected for a month, which is plenty affordable for me. So I'll have to figure out something to work on in the meantime. Let's see, logs. No, I need billing. Billing, where's billing? Home. Billing. Yeah, I don't have any invoices yet. I don't know when I'm going to get billed. When do I get billed? Contract created on April 11th, 2024. Who knows? We'll find something to do. Maybe we'll play around with my Git server tomorrow morning. Sweet car, I guess I'm late. No worries, man. Yeah, I'm getting ready to go. I gotta go get ready to work. 30 cents is pretty good. The cheapest apps are usually like $5 to $10 a month. So yeah, the 30 cents is going to be interesting to see. I think it's 30 cents per connected institution. So once I get the app fully loaded up with all the accounts and stuff that I want to get it connected, So either way, I've done the math. So right now I spend $15 a month on YNAB, which is a software that does this type of thing. And I spend $15 a month. So if I've done the math correctly, I can essentially have 50 accounts. And I'm not sure if it's 50 accounts or 50 institutions. And I'm basically on par with what I'm spending on YNAB. So anything that I'm able to spend less than $15 a month is a cost savings to me. Plus, I have a piece of software that I'm proud of and is useful to me, and I learned something building it. So I think it's a win overall. See you, Dr. Lobenschatz. See you, James. Try out 99 tomorrow. We could do that. We could do that. See you, Duck Boy. All right, guys. I'm going to head off to work. Let's see. If you're new here and you want to come back and hang out in the future, you can usually find me live most mornings from about 4:15 in the morning till 7 a.m. on YouTube or Twitch. You're always welcome to stop by. If you'd like to hang out outside of the streams, then you can find us in our Discord. I'll put that link in the chat as well. It's just discord.stephenfreeborn.com. You're welcome to join in there for all the shenanigans, but no pressure. All right, y'all. Have a good day. Bye, guys. Bye. Okay, bye. Okay, bye. See ya. See you guys. Have a good day.